to get marks on their guns.
Is any of their gear wireless besides their guns?
What time is it right now?
It would be 10 a.m. if you guys are going as soon as they show up.
Okay, then. I'll just
Real
have to
quick
throw
before
that
we
one
get
spell on.
before we get into combat, think about what you guys want to do or whatnot. I need to use the restroom and grab a drink, so I will be back in like 2 or 3 minutes.
I'll do the same.
I'll assume that Vex comes back too. We'll call him at like.
Oh yeah, he has
9.
plenty of time to go get a good night's sleep. If you are there and have insomnia, I mean, I assume everybody else besides Vex stayed there. So if your insomnia matters, make a roll. If you wanted to sleep, once again, as long as somebody is up, you're not going to be hassled by the junkies or whatnot. Yeah, and there's plenty of time for Vex to go and come back.
Yeah, Crash Car still didn't get any edge back.
So I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Sure. Oh man. Sorry, DB. I didn't mean to cut you off earlier. Swade is
That was great. What do you mean?
I thought that was entertaining, actually. Yeah. I admit, out of characters, in some ways I'm struggling to play this guy a little bit compared to Hammerhead. So it's just...
I don't know, Knight, I feel like you're doing a pretty good job with Knight. He seems just like a quieter type of person.
Well, I threw a couple rolls at the GM because I'm trying to decide. Because his backstory is he actually has a daughter and a wife that think he's dead. So this is something that's bothering him, but he's not the kind of character who's going to outright say, this is bothering me.
Yeah. You're doing a good
He's
job.
He's just going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. It seemed
I don't
very...
care what you do.
It seemed very in character when you were like, yeah, we're going to do it. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, we're going to get her.
Yeah, I don't care if you do it. I'm going to do it. I don't care. You all fucking distract him. I'll die. I'll do it, whatever. He's even going out in the sunlight.
Dog
for this.
loyalty, all
The
that
dog
stuff.
was great. The dog was the thing that was like, yes, I might bring someone down with me.
Good boy. Good boy.
That's what did it for Swade, because Swade doesn't give a shit. But at the same token, if most of his team is going to be doing something else, it's like, God damn it, we might as well just do it and all be on the same page.
I'm gonna throw this
I'm
out there,
sorry
guys.
that seemed out of the blue. It's harder to do this online with quiet characters. I try though.
That's fine.
I think you're doing a good job. I think most of this footwork is what's making us all kind of lethargic.
Yeah, some of us have different ideas a little bit. I mean, with Hammerhead, I would have already been like, let's just charge in because bulletproof, but I have to be sneaky on night, so it's funny.
I intend to not live up to my name.
One thing you can do is he's very good at putting up barriers, so I put up physical barriers, and then you cast spells through them that are just not direct spells. Like mana bolts and shit. Seriously. Right. It's a combo that never happens because you never have 2 mages on the same run.
Except for now I have 3.
Yeah, so it's literally I can set up bulletproof barriers that you can fire through and bullets cannot. So...
I mean, I
am back if everybody's ready, and we can proceed with how you guys want to react. My only question is, when did you want to take care of the Watcher Spirits? It's not like an in-depth task. They're very low-rating Watcher Spirits. They're easy to just geek, just slaughter. I just need to know when you're going to do it.
Well,
first thing I need to do is hit some Psyche.
I'm going to do the same.
You and your drugs.
Drugs are good.
I'm going to be maintaining 2-3 spells. I desperately need it.
I think we should wait I'd say like an hour or two, to let the guards get complacent that nothing else is going wrong this day. I mean, if the GM allows, maybe we could use it for some benefits, but it would be might be beneficial.
Yeah, like we kind of have 2 choices, I think, mostly, though, is when they pull up and when they leave. When they leave could be useful in the sense that Dark will hit, Night will hit, but I think either or works. Really.
Psych lasts 9 hours for me, so I think... Let's just do it an hour after they arrive.
Yeah, that's about what I was thinking.
I agree with what Sarge is saying. Sorry for interrupting.
But about 11 is when you guys want to hit. I still need the answer to that question, though. When do you want to take care of the Watcher Spirits?
I'd say like directly before.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like Watcher Spirits go down, and then you guys are going to go into action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I don't want to make taking care of the Watcher Spirits too complicated, but I do need to know how you're going to do it. I know Vex had mentioned summoning another spirit to do it. I just need to know the plan for taking care of them.
Oh no! Now Vex is hyper confident, so he's not even going to bring one of his servants. He thinks he can just do it without
fine.
without anything.
All right. I'm
Sorry
I'm
about
going,
that.
That's fine.
I'm going to summon a spirit.
All right.
A force. Vex has convinced me to make it a force 7.
Okay.
That is physical.
Spirit of air. Force 6 would be physical for me, so whatever. And the 3 hits. I might edge that.
So it's force 7. So he rolls 7 dice against you, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna edge that.
All right. So you
Whatever.
got 4 successes.
Yeah, and I'm going to basically say, as per my centering is essentially one-word commands, as if you were talking to a dog.
Don't
so I'm just
forget-
going to say, what?
Don't forget background count.
Yes, I accounted for that. Normally it would be 13.
I'm just putting it out there, just in case.
And
I'm sorry. Go on.
and I say to the spirit, as the spirit arrives, just come. Not a sex joke.
Yep. What kind of spirit did you summon?
Air. Spirit of air.
All right. The air, kind of coalesces on the astral in front of you, and you get the telepathic response of, "What is your bidding, my master?"
Skywalker, we're after.
I take 1 physical.
I'm glad somebody got the reference.
Thought Igor
yeah.
immediately. I'm like, wait a minute.
You got 4 successes total, so 2 net. So that means he owes you 3 services. Is that correct?
He owes me 2 favors, or 2 services.
Is it? I thought it was 1 plus net successes.
No, it's just net hits.
Really?
I think.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 plus net.
I mean, if you're willing to give me an extra service, I won't say no, but...
It's it's net services.
Okay.
Basically, it's poorly worded in there, and what they mean to say is that starting with that first one
Okay,
is
I
the
got
one.
you.
Yeah.
So
it's-
he owes you 2 services.
And I'm going to use
It is really
4...
poorly worded though, because I'm pretty sure it says like 1 plus or something. But yeah, I see where that's coming from.
I'm
yeah,
going to use
it's so stupid.
4 drams of reagents to cast a Force 2, improve reflexes upon myself.
Okay.
And, whatever.
And is that something you're casting, or yeah, he's not a spirited man, so he can't cast that on you, right?
Yeah, that's me casting. Plus, he's not bound.
Oh, that's right. That
No,
doesn't-
that's normal spirits man can do. Can cast in any way.
The special powers that he has, unless they're relevant, I'll let you decide them on the fly. Because using them is kind of a service anyway. So.
Well, in combat it is, and I'd probably do the thing like energy aura for extra killing power.
Mhm.
And God, where is it? Where is it?
What's
Here
your
it
urgent
is.
for?
Here it is. Spirits to see which powers I can get. I think I'll get actually I'm gonna get elemental attack and noxious breath. Not getting energy aura.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna say to myself go as I cast the thing. Okay, I don't take any drain from that.
Where are you telling it to go?
No. That was my centering casting.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I thought you were talking to the spirit.
Because my centering is basically just one-word commands.
Just remember, you're shouting these because centering has to be, you can't hide centering.
Of course,
All right, I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
of course.
So he's over in the corner and he yells, "Come, go!" For everybody
Yes.
who's not perceiving astral. Everybody who can sees the spirit of air coalesce.
Well, I'd probably inform them that, yo, I'm summoning a spirit.
Okay. So the spirit services, you've got 2. Did you want him to have one service to go kill the Watchers?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So, everyone else do their thing?
Oh, real quick, I forgot to
Uh.
ask, but drugs. I need to know who hits up on what and when.
I took a thing of psych.
I'm gonna
That
take a
was
psych
what
for the
Geek the
fight.
Mage did psych.
Yes.
Knight did psych.
I'm hoping eventually I can stop using it, but for now I need it before Fokai.
Everybody else just tell me when, because I need to mark that for the after action.
It's all right.
Oh yeah, I could have edged my my thing to get 2 extra hits for an extra die. A bit too late for that now. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, you'll be plenty fast anyway, I bet.
Eh.
And are you sustaining that yourself, or how are you sustaining it?
I have focus concentration.
Gotcha.
Okay then, so are we all good to go with our idea? Like when we want to execute our plan as we kind of outlined it?
I like to think so.
Okay. So,
So
to
everybody,
clarify,
everybody should be going down to the first floor now and getting ready to move.
yeah. So we're
Except
going
me.
for the Cyberd people, to be fair. That's our plan.
Yeah, Suede's going after the cyber guys. Specifically.
I know I'd be going after the Cyberd and then immediately heading for the kid after that.
Yep.
And the plan was to go is watch the spirits go down, and then you guys move, right?
Right.
Okay, why don't everybody who is on the first floor give me a stealth check real quick against their perception, just to see if you get the drop on them for surprise.
This is daylight
do we,
right now, so
we need to take care of the watchers first, right?
I just want to get those rolls out of the way. How
Okay.
are you dealing with the watchers?
Okay. All right. Well, I would say that before we even go downstairs, we would take care of the watcher spirits.
That's fine.
So because that way we have to dip in the astral, and so just keeping our bodies safe in the apartment would be smart. With the exception of Knight, but Knight would not want to reveal that he couldn't do that way. So my astral initiative. Yes, it's been a little while since I've done an astral initiative. I apologize. What is it? Intuition times 2.
For the watchers, honestly, I'm not going to do combat for it. They're like low force watchers. I just need to know how you're dealing with them. If you're going into astral
Cannibal,
and blasting
yeah.
them, that's fine. They can't really fight back. They're like force 1 or 2. You know? The important part is how you deal with them, not... I mean, we can roll combat if you want, but it's going to be very, very quick and very, very easy.
Okay.
Alright, we need to do it simultaneously, though. So, I suppose I will use one of the services on my, spirit. I will blast one of them, and, Vex will blast one of them.
I can blast the third.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Then I don't have to use a service.
Like I have a mana bolt, so all 3 of us can do
As
it.
long as as long as it would only be an astral, yeah, that's fine. So I just need you
you. Sorry. Knight, are you able to project astrally?
No, but I'm dual natured. I can see astrally, so I can just fire at it from whatever distance. Magic doesn't have a range.
Okay.
need to get line of sight
okay,
on
I
it
was
from
just-
the windows that you guys
I
are
also,
at, so, you
if
know.
it is relevant, I do have eagle eye, so I can
fuck.
see far.
Oh, fuck.
What'd you do?
I just realized we've had a guy who's been dual nature the whole time, and there's been a watcher spirit
Mm-hmm.
out the
Well,
window.
I'm masking. If you'd asked me to roll masking, I would have.
Yep. No, they
Well, no, but
they're not
it
going to
would,
get it through your masking
it
with
would
your
still
rating, but I
see.
took it into consideration.
Yeah. Well, I figured he'd bring it up if necessary. Because
You also have to remember Watcher Spirits are
if I
very
didn't have
dumb.
masking, I would not be doing what I was doing. Yeah. And
You
if
have to
they're low
remember,
force. Yeah.
Watcher Spirits are very dumb, very dog brain, so they're told to look for very specific things. It's not like a security camera that sees everything. Yes, they're astral security cameras, but if you tell a Watcher Spirit to go and look for
Reveal,
your keys, it's not going to tell you anything
like that.
besides where the keys are. Like, it could go, your keys could be underneath a dragon, and all it's going to say is your keys are over there. There might be a dragon on top of it, but your keys are there. They're just not going to tell you about the dragon.
Yeah, no, I'm your GM. So I just had that realization. So,
Masking has solved a lot of my
all right. Well,
problems. This was something
In
I had
that
to worry
case-
about for the first few runs.
Sway, do you want the guards back in the car? Because I could put them back in the car.
Sure. If
Yeah,
we
you guys
want,
can do it when they roll up if you want.
No,
What?
I mean I'll have one of them think that he forgot something in the car.
Oh, okay, yeah, using magic on him? Yeah,
and-
you could do that.
want to go in the car, and then the other guy will think, oh, I should go help him find the thing.
Real quick for the Watchers, though,
they-
if you guys are blasting them, just roll me a spell attack real quick.
Okay. At this point, remember that guy 8? I'm pumping my magic.
That's fine.
So, give me a second to calculate new.
And I get +2 damage from that one quality.
Okie dokie.
And I'm telling the Watchers to leave.
Oh, you're yelling
Okay.
leave when you blast them? Okay.
I'm astrally yelling it.
All right, so I do a total of 10 there.
Good.
Alright, everybody got more than 2 successes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I should say, the lowest successes was what? 4?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. They're forced 2, so they roll 2 dice to defend, and they're just gonna dissipate.
Wonderful.
So they get astrally, and you guys just roll your drain.
I already did. Got
Already
6
did.
hits.
No drain.
Okay,
That
so
was
the
a force
watchers are
roll.
taken care of, and the guards are outside the car. The lady's inside with the girl, and proceed as you would like.
While they are dealing with the Watcher spirits,
Mhm.
I wanted to get marks on.
Go to pre-mark.
the two
I'm sorry. Yes, I
Sams.
forgot.
Yeah. That's my agent giving me help. I'm doing
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to ignore you. I
on
knew you were
this.
doing that. It just thought process.
Yeah, I know. Fork on this is gonna be.
Hold on. Take another however many. Because I have a deck also.
Okay.
That's true. He can assist you because I mean, right now it's very stream of conscious time. Like you've got time in between when the watchers go down. I mean, it's on your guys' timetable right now. Until they notice you, you can take as much or as little time as you want. So you could even take Vex's help if you accept him as your Lord and Savior.
I don't think he has higher than 6 for hacking.
Okay.
We only gave him 4 though, so.
But his agent gave him 3.
Oh, I didn't see that. All right, well I'm good. Cool.
Yeah. So.
Hey, the less I have to do, the better.
Do I want to go for 2 marks? Is the question.
Yes, be a man.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, fine.
Both Harpo and Groucho. I was more of a Zeppo guy, really. I mean, Harpo
Yeah.
was always good.
Yeah, I dropped a bunch of money on that deck. Damn if I'm gonna use it.
So I forked that at both of their guns. They're going to be resisting with device rating ×2.
Okay. And they've got pretty decent cyber decks. They've got not cyber decks, comm links that everything's slave to. So they've got a rating 6 comm link.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I screwed that up. I need 2 more.
Okay. So we will just resolve this one at a time. It's the same dice. They're both just rolling against you because the attack's hitting both of them, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Okay. So the first one gets 3 successes. So what happens to his? How many marks do you get?
2.
All right. And the second one gets 5.
I still get 2.
There you go.
And let's do it one more time.
This time with feeling.
Ho ho.
Just tell me when you're done with your assist rolls and have the final roll so I can roll for them.
That 21 is the final.
Okie dokie. So the first one, you get 4, so that puts you up to 3 marks. And the second one, you also get 4, or I should say they get 4 on their defense, so that puts you at 3 marks on both of them.
And that is all I need to do for the moment. The minute combat starts, I am going to data spike both of them with fork.
Okay. And Vex, I believe you wanted to do some finger wiggly right before they went. You wanted to try to get them in the car, correctly?
If they still wanted them there, but I mean, if they're pretty confident in their initial action, I'll just stay away from that. So
I don't think they're going to have guns left, so...
You
Okay,
can just nuke
alright.
them really hard. I mean, you know, if you throw ball lightning at someone, they got to notice it before they can dodge it.
Okie dokie. So let me roll their perception against your guys' hide, because at this point everybody's downstairs. Is there anybody that was staying upstairs?
Yes, I was.
Okie dokie. So Crash Cart's staying
I mean-
upstairs. Everybody else was downstairs, correct?
Can I see the guards from the window?
Yeah, you can see them from the
Upstairs?
window.
I'll stay upstairs.
Okay, so you're also upstairs. No hide rolls for people
Uh,
upstairs, because they're not actively looking for you, kind of deal. It's really
Mm.
easy to just spy them through a window from a couple steps back.
The
Let's see. Their perception is 2 plus perception's intuition, correct?
Yes.
I had
As soon as I can
7,
get
by the way.
Correct.
I had 7, by the way, for the sneak.
Oh yeah. I figured
Oh,
those were up there.
actually, funny thing. Since I didn't use the Spirit of Air's thing to service to kill the Watcher, because Knight was kind enough to do that for me,
Mhm.
I'm going to use the service I would have otherwise used to do concealment on us.
Okay, and what does that give everybody?
It gives everybody a -9 or a -7 to be perceived, not
-9.
-7.
Okay.
No, it's force 7, not force 9.
And I think that stacks with my Tiger, which is -3 visually.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know if that stacks, but that's what I normally would have gotten.
Okay. So that's going to give them 4 dice to see you guys.
Still possible to see me. I only got 2 hits.
And I got 1, so.
Oh, and Benny got dropped from the call, but hopefully he'll be back in a second. All right, so the first guy sees nothing. He found his wallet on the floor, and the second guy has 2 successes. Did that beat anybody's hide check from earlier? I don't think it did.
Yes, it did.
I rolled 1.
Oh, you got a 1.
I couldn't risk edging it. Maybe I'll edge it. I'll throw
Okay, yeah.
9.
However, it ties with mine. I had 2 hits.
I'm
Well-
safe.
Yeah, Ty goes to a defender, so even in perception, I'm going to say he might notice something, but he doesn't actually see you. That was more for just to allow them to get the surprise roll. And if I remember correctly, does anybody remember offhand what surprise is actually rolled at? Because their perception just gives them a bonus on the surprise check.
It's reaction plus intuition, I believe.
Okay, and it's a threshold 3, correct? I want to say it's threshold 3.
I think so.
It is threshold 3.
Okay, so they didn't see you, so
Yes.
as long as they don't meet this one guy, or I should say they saw one of you, so one guy's going to get a +3 on his test. Reaction plus intuition, they have 8 dice. He is not surprised, and he is not surprised. So you guys still get to go with initiative, but they are not caught unawares, so to say. As soon as hopefully Benny gets back here. While he is, we will set up the initiative tracker.
Alright.
Yep,
I
there it
only
is. Okay, his internet dropped because he just got out of roll 20.
Okay. Hopefully he will be back shortly. I don't want to hold everything up for everybody, but if anybody needs to use the restroom or anything, we can take just a couple minutes while I get the initiative set up, and we can get him hopefully back in here.
Hopefully.
Suede is going to be blitzing. By the
That's
way.
fine. Just let me know your score. I trust you guys with your edge points and everything. Just subtract them accordingly. You'll find that I'm extremely trusting with my players because my theory on cheating in RPGs is it doesn't benefit anybody. It actually is a detriment to the player himself because he cheats himself on an experience.
I agree.
And if I feel somebody's blatantly cheating, then a GM missile hits him from the sky. I'm serious. I've done it to players before. It's just I look at them and like, you're dead. Goodbye. If I catch somebody like blatantly, purposefully cheating, that's just the only way to handle it.
Oh,
You there?
Hello.
Back.
Hey,
all right. What did I miss? Sorry about that.
I gotta say, I really appreciate the idea of a very refined-looking troll in a suit who hits the things with a baseball bat.
I love it to death.
Oh, okay. So we're doing combat RP. Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
What did I miss?
Their spidey senses started tingling.
Yep,
That's about it.
They made their surprise checks. That was really about all. The Scorp guys are the gangers. I'm putting them in here so they're in here, but until they enter combat, they don't matter.
Isn't there one guy out front though?
Yes, there is, but he is caught completely unawares because I forgot about him. And he's like I said, they're at ease when the other guys are here. They're more like it's break time.
Cool. All right, Suede got 26.
So he got 26. Let's see, where's everybody? Geek the Mage got 17. Knight got 35. Holy crap.
Vampire. It's fun.
Yeah, Crash got 18. And Vex, if you just want to roll me initiative once you're in here, and hopefully your net's stable for you.
Yeah. Question though. What started the conflict?
We were sneaking up and their spidey senses started tingling.
Well,
Okay, so-
this is what happens when you guys want to, start your action. They just weren't caught surprised, so to say. So whatever
Okay.
your first action wants to go is actually going to happen. The first person's first action,
That's
whoever that is amongst the group.
okay. I know this.
Hmm?
This is now going to sound really retconny, and I understand if it's not going to count through. My plan was while they were clambering down the stairs, I was just going to cast 2 Euphorias on the fuckers. So that way, by the time that they walk downstairs, they'd just see the 2 guys splayed on the ground.
That's fine. We can do that, and that's what we'll say started the
yeah.
combat was your Euphoria. So the Euphoria will go off, and then initiative happens.
But no, like honestly, at this point, it would be more fitting since I dropped out when you guys got caught that Vex will just be caught off guard by everything. Like they got down faster. So I will not be in this round of combat because I will be surprised.
Well, that just means you don't get to act until everybody else does, actually, by the surprise rules. You don't actually miss an action phase, so go ahead and roll me initiative and tell me what you got.
Okay, alrighty.
Yeah, the action phase rules is it's more, you make your surprise test, and if you make it, you actually get to act in your regular order. If not, it goes whoever's not surprised, and then whoever's surprised.
Yeah, well, what I mean by this is, like, I missed the first initiative pass, and I have 1 initiative pass, basically. That's why I was saying that I wouldn't act in the first round.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we can do that if you want.
It's what would happen, so...
Okay, just let me look at these guys' let's see, gangers.
Vex is the kind of guy that either he starts shit or he's not involved.
I personally like him.
Does everybody have gas masks?
I have an internal air tank. Does that count?
Probably be a good idea.
Mask.
And yes, I am a mage with an internal air tank. Don't question it.
Damn, dude. Decking, air tanks, data jacks. Damn.
I admit I'm tempted to burn out this guy. But then no regeneration, which would be sad.
Damn, did that one guy get a fucking 26? Holy shit.
Yep, they've got wired 3 each, so...
Not for long.
long, but for right now they do.
Yeah.
So
Break it!
there we go. I know somebody said that they were blitzing. Does anybody want to siege before we start with regular initiative?
Yeah,
That is a
Swede
thing.
had blitz, but I don't think he's gonna seize.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Last call for seizing before we start. Okay, Knight, you're up.
Okay, is there cover down there?
I'm going to give them partial cover because they're on the car is between you and them, so to say, because they're across the street and they're on the side of the car that is nearest the building. So they will have a +2 cover modifier. Conversely, you guys all do have partial cover as well.
Okay.
we
So I
lost
think
Vinny
what my
again.
plan is they do have assault rifles, correct?
Yes, they have assault rifles.
Yeah. So my plan is to start, I will fire off my gun. So I have 14 dice with that.
All right. Do you want to fire at Yak 1 or Yak 2?
Number 33.
All right.
Okay.
You guys
That
could have
is
let
first.
me go first and taken care of their guns.
You'd had to seize the initiative.
I asked if anybody wanted to seize.
Because
It's
they'd
not-
go before you if we
It-
chose that way.
It's not too late if you still want to seize before night fires here, because it's another PC. I'll let you.
Yeah, I might as well.
It'd probably be a good
Okay.
idea.
And that was
So-
Crash that's seizing, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you get your action first, and Knight will save your attack roll there unless something drastic happens that's going to change your course of action. Sound fair?
I do have one question because I overlooked it among a lot of people talking. Could I do before we start? Like as I'm running down the stairs?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. You cut out just a second.
Could I agility boost as I run down the stairs?
Sure.
Like as a pre-combat action. Okay. So I have 3 more dice I can add to that.
Benny dropped again.
Yeah,
Oh, there
so-
he is.
3 in total.
Okay, so just remember your successes, which was 3 total, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. So, Crash, what did you want to do with your seized initiative?
Well, since I forgot to get my agent to help me, I guess I gotta do this the other way. Let's see. That's gonna be 13d6 to data spike. Their guns. That's forked. They oppose. Device rating times 2. Screw it. I'm going to burn my last point edge.
Not burn. Spend.
Spend.
I was going to ask for clarification on that.
I always
Yes,
do
spend.
that.
I know, I haven't do the same myself. So you have a total of 6 successes against both of them, correct?
Yep.
Is there anything else to add to that? That's all? That's the final?
That's yeah.
Alright, and that's forked, so they both go against that. They roll device rating times 2 to resist, is that correct?
Yep.
Alright, so the first one, you have 2 net successes, and the second one, you have, 4 net successes. So with 2 net successes, what happens to the first one? Is it just damage based on net successes, or?
Alright, data spike is going to be attack, which in this case I would have that maxed. And if you'll let me assume competence, I would
Yep.
have hammer, which is another 2, so 8 plus 1 per net hit,
So 2 net hits, up to 10. Anything else?
plus 2 per mark.
Which
I had
is
3 marks
6.
on both. That is going to be 16 on one and 18 on the other.
God
And
damn.
Matrix condition is what? Is it just 10 or is it device rating multiplier?
It's device rating.
Device rating divided by 2 plus 8.
Oh, okay. So they have 11 each, so their guns blow up. They don't take any damage, but their guns spectacularly fail. Like, the smart links fizzle out, the clips eject, even the trigger falls off a 1. I mean, just these assault rifles that they had are now in pieces at their feet. So that is your turn. Now it's two... I assume, so that was both 2 simples and a free, or did you still have your free left, or what? If you have your free left, you don't have to take it, because you can take a free at your initiative or any pass after yours.
Okay, hold on a second.
I just was trying to figure
Data
out the
spike
symbols that you used.
is complex.
Okay, so
yeah,
all
I'll
you've
let
got
that
is
left
free.
is free. Which... Actually, I need to...
Is commanding an agent a simple action or a complex action?
I believe it's a
Or
simple action.
simple action or free action, I mean.
I believe it's a simple action, but I'm assuming that he had already told his agent just to assist me with everything I do before combat started.
Yeah, I know,
And-
I'm asking for me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's
And-
simple, but you can check it.
Alright.
There should be a
Speaking of
matrix
that,
chart in the back.
think
I
it's-
need
it's
to roll initiative for my agent.
Unless you want to have him do something specific, you can roll his initiative then. If it's just assist me, then that's all he's going to do till you tell him to do something specific. So there's no point in him having an initiative. If you follow me.
That makes sense.
Because he can only do one thing at a time. So if his command is assist me, that's all he's doing is assisting you.
Okay.
At least my understanding of agents. If I'm wrong, please correct me.
As far as I know, yeah.
All right. So the moment you command him to do something different, we'll roll initiative and add him in as needed.
Okay.
So now we are on to Mr. Knight.
Well, I have the gun going off first. It's a burst fire, 3 net, or 3 so far. It's got dodge.
3 net, and he gets his dodge at -2, right, for burst
Yes.
fire? Dodge is what, reaction and intuition?
Correct.
And he's gonna dodge.
Okay, and my other action will be I'm going to put up a physical barrier in front of myself and Geek. And Suede if he's right there. Just give me a second to remember the dice for that.
Suede was...
So I'm working with modifiers right now. Yeah.
No problem.
So, well, yeah, I do have that. This will be a force. So you have to be a little bit funny when you're doing it like this. This will be a force 5. So yeah, barrier goes up and drain.
Okay.
I take no drain. It's a limited
Alrighty.
spell.
Mr. Yak 1, he's going to pull out an Ares Predator and fire off a pop shot at Knight fired at him. Or, I'm sorry, it's not an Ares Predator. It's a machine pistol.
All right. There is a barrier in front of me now that has 5 armor, 5 structure rating.
Okay.
That's completely covering like 5 meters across. Imagine like a wall.
Oh, it's a physical barrier, so
It's
he
a-
can actually see it, right?
Physical barrier. Yeah, you can
okay.
see it as mist, and it's basically cover that like neither bullets cannot pass through this unless
Okay.
he wants to shoot down the barrier.
He is not going to fire at you. Instead, he's going to jump inside the car
Okay.
and do some things. But that's his turn, so now we're on to Suede.
All right, Suede, as I noted, I had activated both the weapon focus and the elemental weapon as we were
They're-
going down the stairs.
They're both higher than 1 rating, correct?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, so they're I don't think focus actually get lower rating, but I know they can't activate if the background count is equal to their rating.
Yeah, no, it's a weapon focus too.
Mhm.
Okay, so with that, that's on his side. He's holding his Mossberg, and he's going to be doing a 10-round full auto into the group.
And how are you getting around the barrier?
Walking.
You can walk around it. It's only 5 meters.
Yeah, it's not far.
It's across.
That's fine. It's just movement.
It's not a
is-
huge
movement
barrier. It's
is
just big
important.
enough that it'll cover who want it. Yeah.
It's important to know if you're behind the barrier or not. Is all I was saying. So
Right.
that's fine. You can still have partial cover. You can find a spot, where you've got a low wall or something to cover you, just as an FYI.
Yep. And that's what he's going to do. Cover is very important. But he'll crouch behind it and kind of put over and just unload.
Geek, I know you can fire through a barrier, but that's only if it doesn't give full blocking. Which, from my description tonight, it's full blocking. It's not like a partial barrier.
This is like cover. This is hard cover.
Yeah,
You can
it's
still-
like you're behind a wall.
I think it's still if the damage exceeds like first.
Yeah,
think
but
it's
then you
something like
destroy the
it-
barrier.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like it's an actual structure. This barrier is equivalent in thickness to about a tree.
Yeah, a physical
With the
barrier
force.
is you summon wall.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I'm sorry. Anyway, continue.
Sorry.
Yak 1 is in the car, so you cannot see him. You can blind fire at him if you want, or Yak 2 is still outside the car, and there is, we will say, Scorpion Guard number 2 that is sitting on his chair and is very unawares of what's going on outside the front door.
All right. Yeah, it's to the general front door area, so it'll probably catch the 2 of the Scorps and a Yak.
Oh, I'm
Yak
sorry.
too.
Were you doing suppressive fire? I didn't catch that.
No, if it's full auto, it just goes over to a group. I guess I could do suppressive fire. It'd probably be a good idea. Anybody moving in or out of the area.
Are you firing flechette with that? I thought full auto you still picked a target.
Yeah. Think you're thinking suppressive.
I think
And
I was.
suppressive hits
My
everything in
apologies.
an area, whereas full auto is 10 rounds at that target.
We'll go full auto at the second Yak. I don't like cybered people.
Okie dokie. So
I'm
he's got a
extremely
-9
discriminatory.
to dodge. He does have cover that's going to give him a +2. So if you want to go ahead and make your attack roll.
Sure, give me a
And he
sec.
gets a -9
I'm
because
gonna-
full auto. Or
Yep.
-5.
-9.
Yeah,
'Cause he's
-9
doing-
from full auto.
Yep.
Full auto complex. Alright.
Okay. So there's that. We need to do 9. There's no pluses. Greater than 5. I think that's it. Should I pre-edge this? Nah, it'll be alright.
Alrighty, and he's got 5 dice to dodge, so you get 1 net. How much
Fantastic.
does he have to resist?
He has 12p, so 13p damage to resist.
Alrighty, they've got an armor of 12 and body of 6, so
It
that
was-
gives him 18.
It is ADPS, just as a heads up.
Oh, okay, so that lowers it. What's your total armor pen on that?
Armor pen is, I think, -4 on ADPS.
APDS alone gives -4. I didn't know if the
Is
gun
it a
had any-
Mossberg? If it's a Mossberg, it's -5. I
Yeah.
use that a lot on
It's
another
a Moss.
character.
Yep, I see it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
-5.
so 12 minus 5 is 7. What's the total damage?
13p, I think. I said.
13. Yep.
Okay, so it will be physical. He's got 13 dice to resist, including his body. So he is going to roll really, really bad and take 11 physical, and he's going to be down because he's only got 10, I think, boxes. Let's see, body divided by 2 plus 8. Yeah, he's got 11 boxes, so he is in overflow right now.
Fantastic. Can I reload at the end of my turn? Since
No.
that takes all 10? Damn
No,
it.
you
All right,
cannot.
That's fine.
That is an action.
That's what I have a sling on it for.
But you do have a simple action you can either take now or at any point later in the turn as you so choose. Just let me know if you want to take it now before we go to Geek.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to do with the simple action.
Or free action, sorry if I said simple, it's a free.
It's all right. I'm going to drop the Mossberg so it falls to my side since it has a
And
sling.
that is a free action.
And then, yeah, and then to draw my bat, it would be a simple. So.
Yep.
All right, we're good.
All right, Mr. Geek.
Alright, do I see anyone?
There is a guard in his chair, very unawares right there. He doesn't get to, he didn't make his test. And then the other guy dove into the car. Everybody saw that, so you don't have line of sight to him.
Yes. Okay, does anyone... Should I try and go non-lethal on him if possible?
We did just geek his buddy.
Yeah, to be fair,
Fair enough.
Didn't just
I don't
geek it,
think he's
you
going to be
red-fisted
happy
him.
even if we're nice to him at
I'm
this
going
point.
to... Then
There
I'm
are-
going to pre-edge a, mana bolt at him.
Alrighty. So that's what, resisted by willpower?
Straight willpower. And
Alright.
just point at him and say, down. And since I pre-edged, I get to keep all... Oh. I get to re-roll those. Hold on. 2,
Mhm.
4.
Now with pre-edging, because it's not you take the limit off. Does that actually turn it into? Does that higher the drain code? Because drain it's not based on force; it's based on hits. Or no, it is
yes.
based on force. I'm sorry.
Even it is based off of force.
That's
this would
where
be
I'm
like
at.
still low force, like force 2 or 3,
Mhm.
but no limit, so I won't be resisting much drain. However, the drain would be physical.
Right. That's where I was thinking. Yes, it's physical drain, but it's still force minus whatever drain. Was that
And
the
actually,
second roll, or what?
nine,
Was
the second roll was because I forgot to explode the 6s.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
However, he would take 9 damage because I have witnessed my hate.
Okay, that also increases the drain by 2.
Yes, I know.
Hmm.
And I resist all the drain.
I'm mostly making sure that I understand the rules as I'm saying it. It's mostly for my benefit, not for yours. So
Yes.
don't take
Yes.
offense if I repeat things.
No, it's fine. So he has to resist 9 damage.
All right, with just willpower, he's got 4 dice. He takes 6. Is that physical or stun?
That would be physical.
He takes 6 physical as parts of his body start to pop off and explode, and he falls out of his chair. Very, very unhappy right now. And then your resist drain, or was that the 6 successes?
That was the 6 successes.
Do you manage to resist your drain?
I do.
Awesome. So that is Geek. Now we are on to that guy who does not get to act, but he's entering combat now. Same with these other Scorp guys. That's why their initiative is just going down by 10. And we are on to Vex. Did Benny ever get reconnected, or is he?
Benny did get reconnected. Vex doesn't have initiative past this turn. Remember?
Oh, that's right. We were going for the. You have a pass on the second pass, is what we were saying, right?
Yeah. Well, I would if I had it, but basically, this round is spent Vex being surprised, and then we subtract 10 from this round, since
Okay.
it's the surprise round, and then I'm out of initiative.
And the same with Scorp 2. He doesn't get to go because of the -10 for entering combat late. So back up to the top, Mr. Crashcart.
Miss Crash Card, actually.
Miss Crashcart, I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Brick, more guns. Oh wait, no. The dude went into the car to do something. Find out what he's doing and put a stop to it.
I'm actually thinking. Yeah, why the hell not? So, droney drone time, I think.
Okie dokie.
Oh my god!
What were you
Well-
trying to do?
Wow.
Suppressive fire.
You suppress something in the sky. Unless you're edging that.
Those are some pretty
I-
suppressed pigeons.
But
Can't.
where are you trying to suppress anyway?
The car. I
Okay,
was
well,
just gonna try for a lucky shot, and
for some reason, Ms. Crashcart found a flock of pigeons that were extremely aggravating to her. And now there are dead pigeons falling down around the car as they get suppressed because they can't fall to the floor. They just die like pigeons. You still have a free action. Did you wish to do anything?
No.
I'm almost tempted to give you calling card dead pigeons now. Alright, on to Mr. Knight.
Okay, just gonna throw a mana bolt at the same guy. I threw a barrier. It'll be a 4/6.
Okay. You can't see the guy in the car. You can see a guy that's by the chair. Is that the one you're wanting to target?
Well, no, I wouldn't use a mana bear bolt then. I wanted to try to hit the guy in the car. In that case, so what I will do instead is I can't see him at all, but he's in the.
You know he's in the
Car.
car, but you have no idea what he's doing in there.
Okay.
You can always hold
well,
action if
there are two ways I can approach this. I can. How far away is he from me?
we're gonna say he's just across the street, so like, I don't know, 15, 20 feet sound about right to everybody for across the street?
Yeah, I could
Sounds
see.
about right.
I can move 36 in one turn.
Okay.
So could I theoretically run up to him and double tap him as he's in the car?
You could move up to the car, and it would be a simple action to open the door as per used device. And from there, you can decide what you want to do with your other simple action, because you don't know what's going on inside the car.
I kind of want to stick my gun in there and try to kill him, but I don't want to be bullet bait. So
I mean, you can blind fire at the car. But, you
Yeah.
know, I mean,
I should do
blind
something.
firing at a car.
So I think what I will do is didn't Geek hit him with a mana bolt?
Geek hit the guy by the door, who is now, little bits and pieces of him exploded from the mana bolt, and he fell off his chair, one of the scorpion gangers.
Okay, well I think I will just
He's
going
the only one you can clearly see right now.
yeah, I'm gonna dematerialize the barrier. Well, I'm gonna keep it up, and I'm just gonna shoot the scorpion ganger guy. That's what I'm gonna
Okay.
do.
You're just gonna like move out to the side and shoot him with your gun, then move back behind
Yeah,
it.
just
You've got
kind of
enough
pop
move
out.
to do
Oh,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna pop out, shoot, and pop back in.
Okay.
So, oh my god.
Well, luckily for you, between defense penalties and being on the ground, he's rolling 2 dice.
Yep.
So
No,
you
there's
have
another
1
burst.
net.
There's another burst fire, by the way. Okay.
Oh,
so
well, then
that-
he's not rolling any dice.
It's so if I got 2 net with the burst fire, he's taking 12p at -2, I think. Yes.
Okie dokie, let me just look up what his body of 4 and lined coat, so he's got 13 dice, and what was the AP negative?
2.
Okay. And you said 13p was the damage, so it's greater than his armor.
12.
It's going to be physical.
It'll be 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
He resists 3, so he takes 9 on top of the other physical damage. He is dead. Very dead.
Woohoo!
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. The car window rolls down, and some shots come out at Suede because he is not behind the barrier. You still have +2 from your low cover. He's firing an Ares Predator at you.
Okay.
And this is a semi-automatic burst, so you have -2 to your dodge.
Okay, and my dodge is... Let me find that real quick. Uh, 8, it looks like. No, more than that. Crap. I'm gonna look at this sheet in fucking forever. 25, there we go. 25 soak, right? That's what I'm rolling?
Well, you get a
No,
dodge first.
That's right. I think that's 8.
Reaction plus intuition plus any other modifiers?
You get +2 because of
Yes,
cover,
+2
but
because
you
of your
get
cover.
-2 because he burst.
And -2 because of the burst.
So you're
Alright,
at 8.
so
They
I'm
cancel
at
each
8.
other.
Bam.
And you dodge. Bullets spray on the barrier in front of you as he silently curses to himself for, being caught unawares.
Nice.
And now it is your turn, Mr. Suede. The guy in the car does have essentially full cover right now, so he has +4 defense dice.
Okay. If I run up and swing the baseball bat in his face, is that would I be able to successfully hit him?
You can. Cover doesn't technically apply in melee, but I am going to give you a -1 die because it's just a little bit harder to hit him, if that makes sense to you.
That makes sense.
So essentially he's got 1 point of cover, but I'm going to take it out of your attack dice instead of adding it to his defense dice to make it simple.
Okay, we're gonna do something a little different actually. I'm gonna run up to the car, since there's no suppressive fire or anything, and I'm going to toss a pepper punch grenade inside of the car.
Okay.
If you decide to be a little more morbid, you do have the high explosive I gave you.
Oh, that's right, I do have that. So never mind. We're gonna throw a high explosive and we're gonna fucking hightail it back behind the barrier.
Okay. And how far is your movement range? Say you've moved 1 meter to jump from behind the barrier already.
Okay. I have 8 meters walking, 16 running, and then +1 to start making checks.
Okay, so you're at 7 meters, 1 meter's 3 feet, about 15 feet to cross over to the car, so that's 3 meters, 15 back, that's 3 more, we're up to 7, 1 more meter to jump behind the barrier, you can do that at a walking pace.
Bam. So I am going to do it at a walking pace, just to watch him struggle. And he's going to watch me pull the pin on the grenade, and he's going to watch me flick the safety off, throw it in, and then I'm going to walk back and put a pair of shades on, probably, because nobody looks back at explosions.
All right, I will give you the shades as a no action because it's a free action to pull the grenade, a free action to is it a free action to pull the pin? I know it's a simple to ready it, simple to throw it, but is the pin actually an action?
He's switching on wireless, which is the Shadowrun equivalent.
There we go. And with the wireless, does that explode at the end of the phase, the end of the turn? Oh, it explodes immediately?
Yes.
Oh, whenever you send the signal.
Whenever he
to
sends
it,
the
it's on
info.
wireless.
So whenever he wants to, basically.
Yeah. So
but
it'll
it is another free action to send the info, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so the earliest it can explode is when you send the free action on your next turn. I just want to make sure I'm understanding when it goes off. Because if it's a free action to activate wireless, and you only have 1 free action...
People have treated generally that you can do it within 1 phase, but that's a reasonable interpretation.
It's actually, that's one thing we've been misinterpreting. Grenades basically give you 1 go-around to avoid them in almost every case.
Yeah.
So he does
grenades
get
are strong, especially with suppressive fire, so they can't move, but it's not an insta-win.
Yeah.
So, since I still have a free action here, can I use it to explode the grenade?
You can try to hack the grenade and cause it to explode early, I would assume.
Would I be able to give him ownership marks?
I believe it's an action to give marks.
Yeah, if you had the actions to do it, you could, but you used all your actions on that round.
Gotcha. So if somebody could make sure that he stays in the car, that'd be great.
So we are on to Mr. Geek.
Yes. Do I see anyone?
The window is down. You can now see the Yakuza guy firing the heavy pistol out. He does have full cover, though.
I can see him.
Yes, you can.
You know what doesn't care about full cover?
Indirect or direct spells.
Direct spells.
Yep.
Such as my personal favorite, Mana Bolt. So
Alrighty.
I'm going to cast a low force with 5 reagents. So that would be 3 hits, which is 5 damage he has to resist.
Alrighty, and he's got a will of 5. So you get. So he resists 4 out of 5, so he takes 1, and that's physical.
Yes, and I'm gonna say down. I resist the drain.
Alrighty. A ganger runs out to about here, sees everybody, slightly shits himself, and takes a shot at. Well, you're all behind the barrier, so he's going to have to get through the barrier first. But he sees the troll. Trolls are big and scary, so he's going to try to fire at the troll.
That's fine. He can take it.
He is firing a semi-auto burst. I don't think that's going to matter unless it actually gets through the barrier, so let's figure that out first. He's going to have... how do barriers work with firing through them? For that purpose, Mr. Knight.
Physical barrier, you'd roll to damage it. Its structure counts as body. So it rolls armor plus body. And if you do enough damage that you're past its structure rating, it just dissipates.
Okay,
and then you can hit the actual person behind it. So say, for example, you shot me, you'd calculate the barrier first, and then the remedy.
Okay, so it's a calculate the barrier first, and then you. So the barrier can't dodge, so he essentially gets 6 successes against the barrier.
Yes.
Alright, and his damage code is... Let's see, Black Scorpion Machine Pistol, he only gets to keep 5 of those. 6 AP squat, so it's 6 damage plus his 5 nets, so that's 11 damage. The barrier has to resist, and you said it's got 5 armor, 5 body?
Yes, and give me a section. I believe it counts as structure armor, but I'm looking it up quickly to confirm.
Not a problem. Just to save rolling later, Sway, do you want to go ahead and roll a dodge just in case anything gets through the barrier?
It's structure rating, so it counts as hardened.
Okay, so
which is to say that
5 auto successes.
So what's his pen?
He has no
depending on his pen. Yeah, then it would be half auto successes, so 2 auto successes.
Oh, it's only half. Okay, I thought it was straight auto successes. Cool. No. Okay, so 2 auto successes brings the damage that he has to the barrier has to resist down to 9.
Okay. So it resisted 5 damage.
Okay, and then it dissipates, so there's 4 left going through, minus Swade's 2, so Swade, you're going to need to resist 2 damage.
I think he does it.
Yep, you resist all of that lovely damage. So that was him. Another ganger runs out and is going to attempt the same maneuver. So this will be the second attack. And he sees Swade getting shot at, so he's going to fire at Mr. Knight. Just because, while I believe trolls are big and scary, I don't want to be a dick because somebody's a troll.
God, dude, I did it knowing that people would shoot at him. That's fine. He's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably fairly normal.
Oh look, big scary troll just threw a grenade in the car. Let's kill him. Okay.
This is a burst fire, by the way, so you're at -2 to your...
I'm sorry. I was looking up something, but I'm going to write it down as a notepad and figure it out later. So let's keep going.
No problem.
It had to do with what was it? HP calculation for barriers, because I think it's slightly different. But we're gonna go with this for now. Anyway, I will roll dodge. I have 13 normally, but I'm sustaining 2 spells, and that's a burst fire, and I have light cover, so that is 11 dice.
So one net.
Yes, he does hit me.
So he has hit you for 7p and no AP penetration. So you have to resist 7 damage.
Yeah.
And you resist it all.
Nice.
And nobody else goes until they get up to Crash
Having
Cart.
good armor on a mage is nice.
It really is. So
Isn't
Crash
Cart
Cart.
out of initiative? Isn't Crash Cart out of initiative?
But he sees the initiative. You get to go first on every pass regardless. From what it was explained to me. If that's wrong, please correct me.
I think you only go first on the first pass.
No,
That's adrenaline.
Go first
boost.
on every pass. You go first on every pass. Is what it is.
But I don't think you get any passes more than your initiative.
That was an argument.
Does somebody have a PDF they can pull it up real quick? I've got a page saved on mine for the guy's stats.
Yeah.
Just real quick,
Yeah.
I figured it'll only take like a minute to find, just so we're sure. Because it does matter.
I love
that's
how
an edge
we've all been
expenditure.
playing this game for quite a while, but we still sit here and have to question this because the book is just written so.
All right,
poorly.
CC initiative.
It doesn't actually clarify. So there's been two interpretations. When your initiative runs out, you don't go anymore, and the other is that as long as there is an initiative pass, you go, and the reason why you blitz is so you have more actions generally.
I can see that both ways. Because one thing, like everybody that's at 0 right now, it does say in the book, every initiative pass, whether you have an action phase or not, you still get a free action. So like Geek, he's
so
at 0,
according to Raw,
he
does get to
he
keep
still gets
going.
a free.
Crash Car does get a turn according to Raw until the entire combat's over.
I would say that that's just based off of interpretation, though. That is horribly wrong because there would be no reason to blitz them if you could.
Yeah, that was my logic, but it's Raw versus.
What does it specifically say? Does it say you get to go first, or does it say you get an action phase? Because that is a clear distinction.
It actually
top
just
of
says
the initiative order, regardless of your initiative score, for the entirety of the combat turn. So that's all it really says.
That doesn't give passes then.
I will paste it.
If we're gonna rules lawyer it, here's what I will say. Because the follow up would be this: you move to the top of the initiative order, yes, but then there's another spot that talks about what you get to do with your initiative, and it specifically says once you reach 0, or you would go below 0, you no longer get to act in the initiative, which would mean that even if you're at the top of the initiative score, you couldn't act.
Yeah,
sorry.
With like, look, I totally get what you're saying, Benny. I don't even know why I'm getting hung up on this. Maybe it's because it's a little bit late. Because it really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
How do I put it when I say I'm somehow talking about something that doesn't really bother me or matter to me that much? So I'm going to stop talking and smile, and hopefully you can feel that love through the screen.
I think it's funny that we're talking about it when I'm like, I don't get to go, so I don't get to go.
No, it's good for things like this to come up, and if it doesn't say it gives you passes, it just means that regardless of your initiative score, you always act first, but you still follow the normal rules as per initiative score, so sorry, Crash, you do not get to go. It's on Mr. Knight.
That's fine. I didn't think I got to go anyway.
Like I said, that's how it was explained to me, so I just wanted to make sure that we were doing it correctly, because I figured it would only take like a couple minutes to figure that out.
So,
a couple minutes to figure something out in Shadowrun? Hat.
Is it
It
fair
only
to
took us
say
like
the
5 minutes to figure that out. That's not that bad.
the poor yak guy is in the car with the grenade?
Yeah, he's in the car with the grenade.
Okay, I feel bad for doing this, but at the same time, I don't.
Sorry,
I'm going to conjure a new physical barrier up, and it's going to surround the car.
Oh, you're an awful person, and you're amazing.
It was a 4/6, so no drain.
Okay.
So a barrier materializes around the car.
Alrighty, and it's Mr. Yak's turn, and he is very scared right now, so he's going to try to fire through that barrier. He has his attack dice with his Predator. He gets 7 successes. A Predator is what? 8p, AP -1. Does that sound right to everybody? So that's going to be 15p, AP -1 because he's firing regular rounds. So what is the barrier's resistance to damage?
It auto soaks 3, and then it has 12 dice to resist. Beyond that, AP -1, it would only resist with 11. So
so roll its resistance.
Yeah.
Does it absorb all the damage?
It absorbed.
15.
Yeah, 15. It absorbed. I'm sorry. I'm zoning out because I'm trying to.
That's fine.
Remember, it absorbed 7. But here's the thing that I'm looking through in the book right now. Apparently, how structures work, similar to Matrix stuff, is, but I can't find the page, is you start off with the 8 base, just like a character, and then you add the rating in to give it additional health, rather than just its structure rating being its health period. So it would actually have 13 it need to get through. But like, I'm going to go with the other interpretation for now while I keep looking at that. So yeah, the barrier goes down, yes.
For simplicity's sake, and because it's just cool, he's trying to shoot through the barrier. He doesn't quite make it, and that's his turn. So now we're to Mr. Swade.
Okay. Yeah, free action. Boom.
And there is a big mushroom cloud inside of what's left of the barrier. You see a couple car pieces fly out and stick into the buildings around you. And that finishes dissipating the barrier, and all that is left is a smoldering wreck of car with bits and pieces of Yakuza all over it.
And Swade just has the biggest smile on his face as he puts the cigar back in his mouth and starts walking up to what's left of the front of the building.
It looks
how many people are left alive at this point?
There are 2 guards that you can see right now that are on either side of that door right there.
Uh-huh.
They weren't within range because of the barrier to take damage from the grenade, but they look like they did crap themselves.
Good, because now they have a massively angry troll billowing through the smoke with a baseball bat toward them.
So, I did actually think of something I would like to have used my free action for.
Okay.
My fly spy is still in the laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in there?
What's going on in there is, if I can move the turn order here a little bit, the guard from the back door has moved to over here. The two other guards in the room ran out. The lady is furiously typing away on the terminal that is right there. And so far you've seen nothing from the back door, but your fly spy did pick up a door slamming.
Okay. That means we gotta get in.
Let's see. Swade, you had 26, right? So that means you're done. And Knight, you have one more action.
Oh, I haven't done anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. It was only a free action, and then you're moving up.
Yeah.
You will have to drop into a run because movement is cumulative for the turn. So whatever penalties running gives you, but you can clearly cross the street and/or get up to the door if you wish.
You
Yeah.
know what running doesn't give penalties to? Intimidation.
Yeah. I'm basically, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna roll an intimidation check and make them think I did it with my mind,
Okie dokie.
and actually get a bonus to physical intimidation. So, let's see here.
There might be other intimidation modifiers because holy shit.
Yeah, because
Intimidation modifiers work kind of both ways because they're hostile and everything. So I'm just going to do straight rolls. Your intimidation versus their composure.
okay.
And we'll see how badly they've shit themselves because they're already a little shaken. Composure is because it's not on NPC blocks. What's the stat formula for composure? Because I know it's
Composure
2 stats.
Is charisma willpower, I think.
Yeah, I think it's charisma and willpower.
Okay, so they have 7 dice if you want to give your intimidation. I'm going to give them a -2 because they've already kind of shit themselves. So they're going to have 5 dice each to resist your intimidation.
Okay, and I have cool resolve. Does that bonus anything on that?
What does Cool Resolve do specifically?
It would give you a +1.
Excellent.
Yeah, gives you, or each rank gives you 1 to any social skill.
There you go.
Yes, it does include intimidation.
Fantastic. Okay, well that's a total of 15 dice.
So you have 6 successes, and I'm just going to roll them both versus that 1 intimidation, and we'll see how intimidated they are. One is extremely intimidated, and the other is slightly intimidated. What is your intimidation?
The intimidation is if you move from this spot, I'm going to kill you too.
Okay, one of them just drops his pistol and holds his hand up. The other kind of looks at you, looks like he wants to act, like he's his hand's shaking, like he doesn't know what to do. Then he notices the guy next to him, and he drops his pistol and kind of, is like, I'm done with this. Fuck it, I'm out.
So with that, I'm going to trigger my nitro injector in my suit.
Okay.
Ooh dear.
And what does that do exactly? Is that a drug that I need to keep track of for AARs?
Yes.
Very much.
Oh
yes.
yeah, very much. Nitro.
It's kamikaze for trolls.
Yep, a dangerous combination of potent drugs favored by troll gangers. Nitro is a powerful stimulant that can easily kill a user. It gives you +2 strength, +2 willpower, +2 perception, +2 physical limit, and high pain tolerance.
Okie dokie.
However, after the drug's effects wear off, the subject suffers a -2 to all limits and takes 9 stun damage.
Alrighty. So that is Knight. You've got one more action for until we roll initiative again because you had obscenely high initiative.
Yes. So this is something that comes up sometimes. Anyway, how do I put it? He can move 36 a turn, and I decided not to originally. But where is Swade going in?
Swade, did you move past the car, or
Essentially.
did you just walk up to the car? Okay, Swade moved up to the door.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I think what I would do is I can move 36, so I'm imagining I can move actually into the building.
I'm gonna say that you can get to about here, and there is a ganger right there.
Okay, so that includes. Am I able to open the doors or no?
There is one. No, because they opened the doors as they ran out, so the doors are open.
Okay, so what I will do then is I will run in here. I'd like to do a hearing check to see if I hear anyone as I'm moving in, just to kind of get an idea of the room behind me. Maybe they're shouting, maybe they're
Just
shooting.
as an FYI, because you actually entered the building now, when you cross the threshold here, there is a Force 1 mana barrier. How does that fuck you?
That screws me by me rolling my magic rating and my
Alright.
charisma, which is currently really high, so I'm probably fine.
Alright.
It resists with ×2.
Oh god, this thing again.
I'm
that means
okay.
you get through it right.
Because it's a Force 1. You see, Benny, I prepared this time. You want to know how I prepared? I ate some poor soul and made myself magic 10. That's how I prepared.
Oh,
It was
what?
terrible.
So
So-
you go through, but if I remember correctly, when a mana barrier is disrupted, the ritual leader that set it does get a
He
notification.
won't notice if I run through it this way.
Okay.
He'll notice it if I actually had to blow it with a spell, which would have been what I would have been doing if this had failed.
Okay.
Imagine
so that just
basically
means
I'm
that you're
trying to
able
put
to
hand-
go through it, correct?
Yes.
Because you're dual natured. It's not going to affect everybody else. Is that an action to force yourself through a barrier?
No.
Okay.
It's something that's done. I don't. It's a weird one in that, even in the German book, they say you can't do this. So it's like it's one of those catalyst rules that hasn't really been specified too well. At any rate,
Like in one book, it
shoot-
spells out exactly how you're supposed to do it, and the other one says no, you can't.
Exactly. So like, it's really nebulous in that sense. So my action is going to be to raise my gun and shoot him and
Alrighty.
shoot him in the head. So cool.
And are you saying shoot him in the head as a called shot head, or a, well, there's no actual called shot head, but
Called shot vibe.
called shot vitals? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I needed to know.
Just trying to recall the values for a second. Oh, there we go. And I learned how to shoot.
And are you using any kind of burst or anything?
That's a burst fire. It's the Salvat Guardian. It's a heavy pistol.
Okay.
And
And that was the 13. No, the 13 was go through the barrier. I'm sorry.
No, the 15 was go through the bed. 13 was me shooting. I
That
have
was you
17 because I fixed it. Yeah.
Let's
So
see how
I'd be
lucky
like
he
right
is.
here, leaning out of the door, hitting at him.
Because he is going to use group edge, because nobody else in the group is left to use it. So you get one net.
Okay, that would be 13p at -2.
13p at -2, so this is going to be physical, and that gives him 12 dice to resist. So he's going to take 7 physical as you shoot him a lot.
Yeah. Just poke around the corner, quick burst.
Alrighty, so now we go up to initiative again. And I believe, Vex, you said you wanted to seize. I kind of half read what you typed there, but I wasn't able to fully read it.
No, it's fine. There's like 2 people left, right?
There is one ganger left that everybody knows about. He's actually inside the building, though, so you can't see him. There are 2 alive outside, but they look like they've surrendered to troll intimidation.
Okay, then more people in initiative is just going to take more time. I'll stay out of initiative.
Okay. So we've got Geek at 20, we've got Knight at 34, we've got Crash at 17, and Suede.
Yes.
Initiative. Or did I miss it?
Nope. I'm going to blitz again.
Okie dokie.
Ah, 28.
That's very fast
Yeah.
for a troll.
Well, considering he only gets 1d8, 1d6 plus 8, it's like, you kind of have to in order to be able to do anything with them.
Did you add in the static bonuses from Nitro?
I did not. Oh, thank you for that. So that would be an extra +2, I believe, because +2 to reaction.
Yeah, like
So you
the other
were
option is Kamikaze, because it does give initiative. But Nitro is definitely more troll-like.
Oh, Nitro is +2 strength and willpower. And then perception.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for initiative.
Okay,
that's-
so Mr. Knight.
Okay,
There
who's
is
in the
the
room that
ganger
I
that
just...
you have shot, and then there is the lady furiously typing at the terminal.
I feel like Lady furiously typing at the terminal needs to go down first because she's deleting data. That is my gut feeling.
Shoot in the knee.
Uh,
Kneecapper.
so, well, she seems really important. Like the kind of person I do not want to kill. Would you say she's occupied at the terminal? Like she wouldn't notice me if I popped her?
She noticed when you ran in. She's not unaware.
Okay, so she can dodge. I know what I'll do with her.
She's just not
I'm
on
gonna
here because she's not
levitate.
interacting in combat.
Yeah, I'm going to levitate her away from the terminal.
Okay, what does she
So,
roll to resist that?
Body
I will
and
roll to
strength,
see
I
what it
believe.
is first. It's body and strength against that.
She is. You get 2 nets. So what happens?
I move her where I want to, 6 meters, because it's a 4/6. Give me a second to see what the drain is. Oh, geez. No, drain's not that bad, so I will roll drain first.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, so no drain, because it was 3 exactly. So I'm just going to grab her, and I can move her 6 meters, because that was the force of the spell, and I'm going to yank her away from the terminal in front of the ganger. And basically, like, try my best to, if I can move her 6 meters, she's now my shield. And that's my turn.
Behind the ganger, but you can't move her all the way in front of the ganger because of the 6-meter range.
In that case, what I would do is my action would be to keep moving, because it's a new phase, and I'm going to move in such a way so I'm floating this woman in front of me as a shield. And
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you
yell
move
for
around the ganger, so you're behind
that
her,
across.
and then her, and then...
And my next action is to put the gun to her head and yell to the ganger to drop his gun.
That will be on your next turn because it's a complex unless you recklessly cast. You can say drop your gun. That's a free action.
I will say drop your gun, yeah.
Okay. Are you putting any kind of force behind this? Do you want to try to intimidate, or is it more just a drop your gun if you know it's good for you?
He would yell it. He'd be yelling it like a cop would.
Well, what I'm saying is, you can't try to use intimidate. Never mind, that's a complex action to use a skill. So,
Okay.
All right, you say that.
So free action. The free action is just to tell him to drop his gun.
Right. Mr. Swade.
Just put this girl in front.
So Swade is going to run in
Okie dokie.
and just bellowing comments like curses and mutters, and because apparently the fluff on Nitro is that they become really infused with energy, like an adrenaline shot. And he just starts talking like nonstop, very unfocused, very short attention span, very just energetic. And he just runs in and starts screaming with this baseball bat in his hands.
Okie dokie.
And is probably going to look at that ganger that they're talking to, not notice at all that Knight is trying to do something, and knock his block off.
Alrighty, go for it.
So Babe's rolling 13. Actually, the strength on that would increase. What is it to roll? It's strength plus the thing, right?
To hit, no, it's agility plus weapon
Agility
skill.
plus your weapon skill.
Okay, so that would stay the same.
And you get +2 for charging. And the bat has
You have to be running
one
for
reach,
charging.
I believe,
His
so you
move
can
is
get
high enough
red
that he
dice
doesn't
with
have to
that.
run to get in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You
My
can run if
apologies.
you want, but charging you specifically have to be running.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Well, no, technically he would be running. Because he's so full of energy, that's how it's fluffed.
That's how it's fluffed, but what I'm saying is you have to move more than 8 meters. You have to enter into running mechanically. You have to mechanically be running.
Gotcha. All right, so we got
So,
one.
and it didn't take you 8 meters. Now, if you want, you can move around and come back to him, kind of thing. So you can be running if you want, but you don't have to
Nah,
run
it's
to
all right.
get to him.
So it's 5.
It's not 59.
No, it's not 59. So it's not that good. It's 5 successes.
What's the +8 from?
I accidentally re-rolled initiative and just changed the D, and I'm like, why did I do that?
I went +8 on my 2 hits. All right, he's got 4 dice to dodge. You said you had 5 successes, right?
Yep.
You have 3 net. How much is he resisting?
Okay, so it's so the damage for this is normally 11p, but he has a +2 to his strength.
So that increases it by 2, I believe, because it should be strength plus something plus 2 from weapon focus.
Yeah.
I believe weapon focus still adds to damage, doesn't it? I know it did in 3rd.
Weapon focus 2 does add to the damage of it, yes. So
Okay.
that bumped it up to 11, then another +2, so it's taking 13p.
And does
Plus-
it have any AP minus to it?
It does not, but it also has elemental weapon on it.
Which does? Gives it an elemental coat. Which elemental weapon specifically?
Cold. It's statted as fire. That was my mistake, but it was originally intended to be cold.
Okay. Does a elemental weapon actually add to the damage code, or is it just the elemental effect?
That's the
Just the
elemental
elemental
effect.
Okay, we will get to the cold if he actually resists. He's got 13 dice to resist 13 damage, and he takes 7 of it with his other damage. His head goes splat. And a nice big, mushy, wet, brain cavity going all over the research table here.
You literally knocked this block off.
Yep. That's what Sway does best.
And that is actually going to end the combat because there's nothing else unless you guys want to just murder this lady. But so what are you all doing? You've got this lady levitating in the air. How does she continue to resist that? Or can't she?
She'd keep resisting with body against the fort. Is what she'd be doing it every turn. She'd have to spend it doing that.
Right, we will get to that if it is pertinent, but I want to know what you all are doing, specifically Knight and Swade, who are in the building with her. Are you guys running down to the building to enter, or what is going on?
I will also enter behind them. Geek will enter behind them.
I
guess what I'm gonna do is
Swade.
I'm gonna levitate her and slam her against the wall while Swade is talking super fast to this poor woman.
I think I want to hear that in character.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
You don't have to use the voice. I just want to hear the words straight.
Well, it's even better than the voice. Well, they tell us where they are. You have to get us there. So the doctor and the scientist with the white coat, they left. They had a kid. He had a kid in here. Why isn't the kid in here? Where's the scientist? You got to tell us what the scientist is. Please tell us where the scientist is before I have to get violent, because I like violence, and I have the bat. And the bat you just saw blew his head off. Now you need to tell us where it is right now, or else this bat's going to go against you. And Knight here's not going to do anything about it because we're sitting here. We need to know where this guy is, and you haven't told us. Why haven't you told us? Where is he? You need to tell us before I decide to get Babe out, and this thing's going to get really ugly, and you're going to end up like this guy on the floor right here with his head all over the place and all over you and all over all of this.
What
What's on the terminal?
large
Tell us.
angry friend is trying to say is, we have questions and we haven't.
She has this horrified look on her face. It's like,
That is correct.
I-
You seem important, so we'd rather not kill you.
she can't find words. She's pointing to the back hallway, like over here, but she's just like,
And Swade, without any type of like the most sudden action that you can do it in, turns around and just books for the door, and doesn't even bother opening it, just busts it down.
I will get to you in just a second.
Like Manson?
Vex, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm trying not to leave you out. Is there anything that you want to do or to interject, or are you being calm and letting them do the work?
Guys, Vex is superfluous, so he's just gonna let them do their thing.
Vex, can you scrub my signature for me?
I'm not your servant.
No, but it would be a nice favor for you to do for me, as we are compatriots in arms.
Consider it scrub.
One thing I would like to ask is, can I sense this woman quickly?
She is not magical. She is scared out of her wits, but she's not magical.
Okay, just
Minor
curious about that
cyber,
aspect of it.
like data jack, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As an FYI, from the time you open this door onward, I am assuming competence off, so it is very important that you tell me the things that you want to have happen.
I'm going to check the terminal.
Okay, you are going to check the terminal. I will get to you in just a second with that, because Swade was busting through the door, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Kool-Aid Man style.
Alright, it enters into a small hallway with 6 doors on either side. 3 of them, specifically this one, I'm sorry, only 5 doors. Specifically this one, and this one do not have doors on them. They appear to be storage rooms of some sort with chemicals and various lab equipment.
Okay.
This one is the guy's bedroom that was described before, just a mattress on the floor and a bag of clothes. This one has the door closed.
Since Nitro gives me a +2 to perception, I'm going to go ahead and roll that, and I'm going to take a moment, even though my head is going crazy. I can still listen, and try and figure out where these guys are, and see if there's anything in the area that I need to be aware of.
Okay.
So it's going to give me 11 to my perception. And I did the fucking +8 again. All right.
So
I only
you got,
got
what, 1?
I got 1, yeah.
Okay, it's a door.
That's all I need to know.
Not for long.
Okay, I guess what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I do have several needles of narcogen on me. I'm going to inject this woman.
While they're doing that, I would like to do a matrix reception on this building. Specifically the area in the rooms to see, because I do think we were missing one ganger.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and give me that, and I'll get back to you in just a minute. Crash Cart with the terminal. It was Crash Cart, right?
Nope, that was
Nope, it was
Geek with the
Geek.
terminal.
I knew it was one of you. Geek, you're at the terminal. It is a terminal.
All right. Is it currently logged in?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to start poking around in it for the thing that we're looking for of the secret formula variety.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me a computer roll for that. And you also notice that several messages have been sent recently.
All right. What messages have been sent?
Somebody's attacking. Help! Help! Send reinforcements. Help! Help! And there is a response saying ETA 2 seconds or 2 minutes.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Seconds.
ETA
Like,
2 minutes.
I'm going to type back threat has been handled, and then turn around to anyone in the room saying, we're about to have company.
Was that 3 successes total on your matrix perception there, Crash, on the room?
Yep.
There is the terminal. That's the only active icon in here besides, that's important. I'll say it that way. Like, the dead ganger still has his smart gun, things along that nature. You see the woman's comlink, basically a glorified PDA. The back door is open, and you can kind of tell in the distance there is another Scorpion gun signal, but it is very far off in the distance.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't go in with the scientist and the kid before Suede went busting down the door.
Okay. I'm going to drop my spell, my sustained reflexes spell, and cast a pre-edged analyze device on this, which is...
First, you were sending back a message saying that everything's okay. Give me a contest.
Yeah, about that. How much con dice do I have? I have 7 dice for con, 9 for fast talk, but this one would apply. But I also have, did you just call me dumb, which means all glitches are critical glitches. So wish me luck. Okay. Not a glitch, which is nice.
Okay.
Alright. Now I'm going to pre-edge this because this is opposed. This is opposed with object resistance, and the object resistance of the computer is around 15. So, God help me. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh my god.
And I take 2 drain because that's minimum drain. Actually that'd be 2 physical because I got okay. So anyway, I have a +4 now for all the things I'm doing with this. So I'm and it gets to tell me things. Tell me its secrets.
Okay. How exactly
your
does that work with
secrets.
4 successes?
God, I don't know. What is its function? I know that's something I can ask.
Data transfer.
Data transfer.
How
Where's
many,
it?
how many questions do you get?
4?
Okay.
Where's it transferring to?
Headquarters.
Now listen here, you cheeky asshole.
It's answering your question.
No, I know. I meant the computer. Like, as soon as he asked the second, listen here now.
Alright.
I assume it's not auditory.
Now I'm going to do the. It's just things I know. It's a detection spell. So I'm going to do the computer test. Is it computer and intuition or computer and logic for this?
What's the test for?
You want me to make a computer test for this?
Oh, to use the computer to search?
Yes. So that'd probably be matrix perception.
Yeah.
Which, because analyze device, 4 hits.
Yep, you find it.
I find it. I'm going to copy it.
Are you plugging directly into the system here?
I am, like, slotting a data chip.
Okay. Nope. The data chip fizzles.
Data chip fizzles.
Because there's a freaking bomb attached to it. Probably.
Okay, Crash Cart, get your ass in here.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, okay.
So Crash Cart can't run worth a shit. How long you want to say it takes me to get over there?
You're still up in the building, right?
Yeah,
What's your movement speed?
4-8.
It's gonna take you about 5 minutes to get down there.
No, it'll take you less, because I'm going to use the last service of my Spirit of Air to use movement on you.
Just rip it out of the wall.
You can now go super fast and fly.
Okay, yeah, he carries you down there. We'll say it takes 30 seconds. You've got 1:30 left by your time. That is not 100% accurate. That is by your timing.
Alright.
Alright.
And I'm going to take out my deck, plug it into yours, so that it's like, okay, now my agent will be able to help you somewhat.
Okay, I will get back to you guys in just a minute. Suede, you bust into the room. There is a terrified little Asian man holding his daughter, and as soon as he sees you, he puts his daughter behind him and says, "You stay away from us."
All right. Oh, let's see how I can do this without actually terrifying them more, which, aka terrifying them as little as possible, which probably won't do anything. I'm pretty much the only thing I'm going to do is continue muttering to myself, and I'm going to walk around and pick both of them up and loop them under my arms and just bolt back out of the room.
All right, yeah, you're very physically capable of doing that compared to him. The girl starts crying, and 1 second.
The only thing I'm going to say over and over again to the little girl is close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes.
Okay.
That's oddly touching.
The girl is crying, and the man keeps, he's basically like hitting you on the chest, saying, "You let us go. Let us go right now."
I would like to mention one other thing I'm going to do. The woman we're leaving alive? Because she seemed important.
If you are,
I am hitting her with a laser needle.
Okay.
So she won't remember that.
Good thing I'm too busy scrubbing my astral.
Crash Cart, are there any video cameras?
Good thing I'm
Well,
wearing a mask.
30
I
seconds.
am also scrubbing signature.
You have 30 seconds left on according to you all's clock. So I'm just going to go left to right. Suede, what are you doing in the next 30 seconds?
I'm fucking booking it out and throwing both of them into the car.
Okay. Knight, what are you doing in the next 30 seconds?
This girl, I hit her with a narco jet, then I hit her with lays immediately after, and now I am making my way to the car very quickly. I have to go back out through the barrier, so funny business. Let's hope.
All right, and
you can't beat that roll. So.
And Geek is scrubbing his signature and helping
I'm
decking,
also
and getting
scrubbing.
out.
I'm sorry if I didn't mention that. Scrubbing as well.
All right.
What's up with the terminal? Who's...
Yep, Crash Cart, what are you doing in the next 30 seconds?
how'd I lose a minute?
You had to come down here via the spirit. Or no, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you said when I got down there we had a minute and a half left.
Okay, so what are you doing in the next minute and a half?
Well, first thing I'm gonna do is get some agent help.
This may be a thing where we're doing a lot of things that are like scrubbing of astral and whatnot that don't fit well with cinematic time if you have an actual timer to go along with it. So it's one of those things where it's tedious, but if we are held to a time, we probably should be rolling initiative for things.
I'm keeping track of it. I understand what you're saying, like the scrubbing of astral and whatnot. That's not going you can do it, but it's not going to be the best job. Just FYI. But yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Vex.
Well, 30 seconds is enough to completely scrub for the most part. So.
If that's
None
all
of
you're
us threw
doing.
any massive nukes around, so for the most part, we'll be able to clean up probably.
I only threw like 3 spells, so that should
My
take
highest
less
was
than 30
6.
seconds.
So.
Less than 30 seconds for the entire thing.
All right, so matrix perception on this thing. Is there a data bomb on this file?
No.
Is it encrypted?
Yes.
All right.
That is something my agent can help with also, but I probably took my deck and am running now.
On your matrix perception, there is a counter counting down in the corner. It says 45 seconds.
So here's my suggestion: take the whole console, rip it out of the wall, and throw it in the car.
They're already in the car. That's the problem.
Yeah, it might not
Everybody
survive.
booked it and left me behind.
Okay, I will.
But
We'll
that's
stay
fine.
with Crash Cart because I might have to levitate her out of here. So I will
Hold
stay
on.
with her.
Hold on.
If you're saying that, then you're running back into the building. Remember, I said assumed competence off, so it was
Yeah,
very important
fuck!
for you to
I
tell
have
me
to book-
exactly
I have
what
to
you were
book
doing.
it back into the building because I left Crash Cart.
God damn it. Okay, I have to stay with Crash Cart. I can't leave him behind.
Well, your
Motherfucker.
decks are tethered together, as per you two.
Yeah. God damn it, dog.
Okay, so
Alright.
agent
My agent
help.
needs help. There. My agent helps a lot.
Didn't really need it. Only needed one more to max out, I think.
Well, you got your one.
Encryption. Which one is encryption?
What do you mean?
To kill the encryption.
It's hacking and it's an attack action.
Hacking, that's right. Okay. So that's gonna be...
Does Vex have Creature of Comfort?
I mean, he's bordering on it.
He wouldn't have been able to stay in the apartment if he did.
What lifestyle does he have?
A magnificent one.
All right, what's the opposed roll for your decryption test?
The rating ×2 of the encryption.
Okay. You have 5 successes.
All I needed was just to crack it, so then...
The countdown says 15 seconds.
Copy it, copy it, copy it, copy it, copy it.
15 seconds? You're killing me on time here. This should be going a lot faster than that.
Edit file.
Just edit that file so I can levitate you out of here because you're slow as shit. Okay.
You have to remember, you're having to hard type everything in. This is not a matrix terminal. It's a hardwired terminal.
Honestly, if you want to save even more time, Geek, it takes less than 3 seconds to summon a new spirit
Alright,
and
yes,
do a
I'm
movement on the people that are in the room.
doing that. Summoning
Because-
a force 5 spirit of
Yeah,
air.
'cause Levitate is slow as hell.
Alright, I get
It
5 hits.
It's faster than
Okay.
Crash Cart.
You
but it is
said
not
force
fast.
5, right?
Yes. Yes, and I say, hurry! And I resist all the drain. Immediately tell it to use movement on us and immediately start scrubbing the signature.
Okay, 1 second though. What did you get on your edit file, and is that an opposed roll or is that a?
I got
an
5
action?
successes, and that should just be an action.
Okay. You can copy out the file, but you still need something to store it on. Remember, this is not a matrix active terminal. It's a hard link terminal,
I have data chips for days.
and the last one you put in fried.
I am going to hook it up to a Metalink.
Okay. Well, here's what I can try. I do have analyze device.
So do I.
And
So do
currently
I. I
have-
am currently sustaining an analyzed device on it.
well, wouldn't that tell you why your data chip's frying?
Why is my data chip frying?
Because it's booby trapped. The actual hard link itself has an RFID chip that you have to have with it. Otherwise, it fries whatever is plugged in.
Bugs. Tag eraser. Gonna tag erase that RFID. Or that scanner thing.
Tag erase the reader. Okay.
Alright. Now.
Wait. before we do that,
10 seconds left.
her comm link.
I want to reiterate, the time I'm repeating is the time on the terminal, which is separate from the time that you guys were counting down from the 2 minutes ETA, by the way.
Yes.
There's still
Yes.
about 45 seconds on the 2 minute ETA. This timer is a separate timer.
Yes.
Her comm link.
All right. Her comm link. Plug in that. Try and copy it onto
Yep.
that.
The copy's over.
All right, then we're getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
Alright. First, I'm gonna pick something up and throw it at the terminal to try and break it.
Let's just get the hell out of here. I think it's going to blow itself.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Let's get the hell out of here. I think it's going to blow itself.
Quick DNI. Should I break this thing?
Do whatever your little heart pleases.
I don't think we should.
Let's
I
get
think
out of
we
here.
did.
I think it's going to blow itself.
Fine.
If-
Let's go. I did
Okay.
use movement.
Mm-hmm. The air spirit, can it carry all 3 of you? Because Knight ran back in as well.
All right.
Yeah.
And I did scrub my signature from summoning the spirit.
Okay.
So that's.
You
Let's get
guys fly out. You get about halfway to the car when the building behind you explodes. And there is a very loud sound of vehicles coming very, very quickly.
Oh,
Not sirens,
the
just vehicles.
building exploded.
Yep.
I wasted good drugs on that woman.
You all managed.
If I had a nickel.
You all managed to get everybody loaded into the car, and about 3 blocks behind you, you see 3 nice and shiny sedans speeding this direction.
Nice and shiny sedans. Excuse me, Knight. Do you still have any of those physical barriers?
Quite so. We're in the car, right? The car's tinted, yes?
Mhm.
I'm going to be, how do I put it? I'm dropping... No, I can't drop that. I can't give that up. Okay, so I have 17 dice. I'm going to be throwing out a force... I'm going to make this one a force 9.
Now, it is ever so impolite to cast like this in my vehicle. I'm going to ask you to leave the vehicle if you're going to cast. We're just on a casual drive. Don't you even worry.
Shut up for now.
God damn.
Have you told Clarence to go yet, or he's sitting here waiting? Or was your instruction to go as soon as everybody gets in the car?
I assume that, like, if Clarence were to see a bunch of people throwing limp bodies in a car and then jumping in and yelling "go, go, go," that Clarence may go. But that is a fair point because I did not tell him to go. So we'll add a small delay until Vex finally says, "Yes, Clarence, I think we're ready to go."
All right, and Clarence starts speeding
So
off.
if these cars are speeding, there is a barrier that is the equivalent power of about a tree in front of them.
First, I want to know, like I said, assume competence off. How are you casting this barrier?
Let me look at the spell quick because I have to clarify for sure when this happens.
Importantly, are you rolling?
Essentially,
the window
it
down?
was the force 9, and I got 6 hits. The force means that it can encompass a 9-meter area, but it only has a structure rating and armor of 6. However, the reference I use is the rating of a tree is 6 armor, 8 structure. So this is roughly a tree, and it's going to be just an 8-meter wall that's higher than the cars can go.
Okay.
And I'm casting it in front of them enough that they cannot avoid it. They're going to crash into it.
Okay. Just so I know, you are rolling the window down first, right?
The back window would depolarize as I did this, I imagine.
You can't cast through glass.
You cannot.
It breaks line of sight if I'm remembering correctly.
You just have to see someone. I know that
Okay.
I've actually cast people through a mirror before. You just have to see them.
I know
That's it.
mirrors
have
you
to see
can.
them
Okay, yeah,
with
I
your-
guess that makes sense. Somebody mentioned earlier that you can't cast through glass, and I know you can't on astral, but yeah.
Yeah, astral
can't do
astral
astral, but-
perception
And-
is where glass starts
And this
fucking
is
people
this
up.
is a physical spell, so it's just
Okay. Your barrier goes up. You resist the drain. You made your roll for that, I assume.
yes, 8
Okay.
successes on resisting
And
the drain.
what is the body and armor of that?
6 armor, 6 body.
Okay. I'm trying to think what's that. I know they give equivalents in the book. What's that the equivalent to? Is that like drywall, or is that something harder?
That's equivalent to about a tree. It's a little bit less hard than a full tree.
Ladies.
Okay.
So like count. So I would compare it to maybe like a wooden electric pole, probably. I do not know the hard crunch for this. I openly admit, and I know that it will probably be a lot to look at it.
Yeah, I just need
so-
to. I know they have a section on vehicle collisions, and that's just what I need to look. I just need to see if the car could feasibly break through it, if I need to roll the dice or not, because I'm tempted to just say the first car smashes through it, but it disables itself, and the other two cars can get around, giving you guys a little bit extra time. But if you guys want, we can look up the rule and do it that way.
What do you guys think?
Like, I'm imagining the first car being able to smash through it, dissipate the barrier, but take out the first car, and then the other two would have to take some time to get around it a little bit.
I
This
like
is-
what you're imagining. And
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up for next time.
Okay.
How about
I
that?
just didn't want to take away the player agency with your wall there.
No, but that
That
would
worked
make
for me.
sense. One car would impact into it, and the other two would just go through anyway, because it would break the barrier of the impact. So what would
So
happen?
here's what I'm going to say for the vehicle chase, since Clarence is driving, is that they are going to slowly gain on you, but you will have time to, say, make it to Touristville before they actually catch up. I just need to know if and what you are doing in the meantime.
Well, considering the fact that there's no way I had time to pack up all my crap,
This is true.
I would have 2 drones up and going,
Okay.
including one with a sniper rifle. So, let's see if I can get goddamn lucky and blow out some tires.
Okay.
Let's see.
While you figure out your rolls for that, go ahead and make an attack roll. Vex, where are you having Clarence go right now? Right now, he's just headed towards Touristville. Is there somewhere specific, or are you telling him to go home, or what?
Well, I would never tell him to go home immediately after a run. That's just peculiar as hell. No. We're just going to take a casual drive through the city. I mean, we've done nothing wrong.
Okie dokie.
So you just round the block, Let's just take things through, get ourselves into more familiar territory.
Okay.
Just keep those in mind if you're gonna cast it again, Knight, and then we will deal with that.
And I will tell you. Yeah.
So Crash Cart is
I will tell you
drone
that.
fire. Geek, are you doing anything before you guys hit Touristville? Like I said, they are gaining, but it's the Barrens, so they can't exactly gain very fast. They're driving a lot more recklessly than Clarence is. But you guys will make it to Touristville before they actually catch up to the vehicle.
Well, I'm of course going to drop sustaining the spell I was sustaining.
Okay.
I probably dropped that around the time the thing I was sustaining it on blew up. Is Vex in the car, or is he still hanging out in the apartment?
He's
What?
in the car.
He's in the car.
I've been
Yeah.
been drinking seltzer water for the last 30 minutes.
All right. Okay. Nothing I'm gonna do for here right now. If I had a gun, there would be things I would do, but alas.
God damn it. Where the hell is the vehicle called Shots?
Running gun
running gun.
page 113 or 112, maybe 115.
Honestly, if we leave them alone in that respect, it's at least it's a little bit more respectful actually to just kind of let them drive and not catch up to us than it is to take out their cars, because they blew up their own building, and when they count the bodies they'll be upset that the guy's gone, but they were planning on getting rid of him anyway. So
Alright.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that assessment.
yeah, especially since the building blew up regardless of whether or not they were in it, which meant that the Yakuza or whoever was in charge of this clearly were either planning to or did not care if the people that we just took were going to die.
I think they cared maybe more about losing their competitive advantage.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't care if he died because
If we can't have it, nobody can have it.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
essentially.
but they're still chasing us.
Are they?
I can put another barrier up for another car, by the way.
All right,
I
if
can
you
guarantee
want to
that
try
if we,
to fire at... Wow, they actually don't have a tire on there for called shots for vehicle. But we'll say it's about as hard to hit as... we'll just use the axle rule. So it's -6 modifier, 6 DV limit.
Yeah, I'm thinking that called shot engine is actually better for me.
I agree, but I don't like that rule. I'm going to tell you this personally. And unless the hood is open, you're going to be blind firing at the engine because you can't actually see the engine.
yeah. First thing I would do as a car engineer if I lived in this world would vary where the engine is.
Well, it's not that. It's firing at a precise enough rate that you can disable the engine. You can't actually see the engine unless the hood's up. And a -4 to disable the vehicle, that's stupid.
No, I was agreeing with you as what was going on there. Sorry.
Yeah.
If that wasn't clear.
It's one of those that if the hood's open, sure, call shot engine is very easy to see exactly where to hit it to make it stop working. But if the hood's down, that's a blind fire. You can't not see your target. It's like firing at somebody that's on the other side of the wall.
So here's something called shot the hood. Make it pop up so they're blinded.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Just saying.
Give me that.
Yeah, I'll give you that at a -6.
Jesus, you're killing my dice pool here, man. I don't got that much to roll with.
That's the same modifier to shoot the axle or to shoot a door lock. You know, you're trying to shoot it in such a way that that it flies up.
I think Swade's gonna do that.
All
Because
right.
Swade's got the shotgun ADPS rounds.
No.
Shots are hard
I will,
unless you unless you specialize towards it.
I
Yeah.
will not have gunfire from this vehicle. That is very, very rude.
I know Hardshot took out a bunch of vehicles with a shotgun before, but that's
All right,
because
fine.
he was spec to do that.
Here's if I get goddamn lucky.
And vehicle dodge is what? Pilot rating plus reaction?
Probably.
That is
No,
That is
Swade
correct,
won't do
yes.
it since Vex asked him not to.
Alright, we're just going to say he's got an 8 dice pool because that sounds reasonable to me. To dodge your shot. So he dodges.
All right, fine. How about I just suppressive fire these fuckers? Is
You
that
can
going to
do
slow
that.
them down?
I would recommend, even though assumed competence is off, to listen to the team on things that were suggested. Remember the objective and remember where you're going.
Yeah, this is. Listen, this is not something that we need to do. If they lose track of us, there's no need to kill them or attack them.
Mm-hmm.
We have the person, we have the information, right?
Right.
And they are gaining on us.
They're gaining, but you guys will hit
Yeah.
Touristville before they catch up.
Yes, they don't want to go into. If they go into Touristville, guns a-blazing, we become the victims, they become the attackers. Especially, here's the best part, when you're driving with a very pretty elf who has a driver. Who is, by the way, legal. So,
I'm not saying don't engage in gunfire with the vehicle, but I am saying that it might not be the best, smartest idea.
yeah. It's. I mean, we might want to think about things once we get into Tourisville. I'm not saying we're home free. I'm just saying that we have home turf once we get to Tourisville.
Yeah.
So
somebody should call our contact so we know where to meet them too.
Yeah.
I believe
Call 'em
Vex,
we should call them while we're in the car. That would be smart.
Vex has the
Yeah.
comm.
Unfortunately, Vex is currently fighting a bunch of people who are trying to open windows and shoot out of.
No, Swade has stepped
Oh.
down.
Okay.
You can just see
Alright.
Vex getting all flustered as everybody's trying to fire out of his car.
So no more barriers, I take it?
Yes, please. Like I said, it is very rude to cast in this car like that. Now, if we could all just calm down. Clarence, what's our ETA to Tourisville?
Very good, Master. I believe we'll be there in about 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Bang,
Thank you.
bang, 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 clack, 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 clack. About 2 minutes, sir. Clack, 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 clack.
Yeah, like, listen, if it gets to guns a-blazing mode, I'll have Clarence open up his, God, what are they again? He's got some pretty guns on the roof of this car, so don't you even worry. Vex will call up the Johnson,
Okay.
and
She answers yes.
how are you doing on this lovely, lovely day?
You hear a whip crack in the background. I'm having a good day.
Oh, I see. Sounds like you might be a little whipped, though. I hope you're not too tired.
No, I'm adequate. I'm breaking a new one in.
Ah, see, I would never describe you as adequate, ma'am. That is almost insult to your, well, should I say, wonderful personality. Anyway, sorry,
She
I
blushes
sometimes get
slightly.
distracted. I sometimes get a
Very,
little
very
distracted.
slightly.
I sometimes get a little distracted, especially when there's certain company around. I do apologize. You'll please do forgive me.
Understand.
We do have the package.
You do. Excellent. Is there need for an immediate transfer, or are you are you adequately accommodated to wait until it is convenient for the employer?
Well, I would never want to press you for time. That is quite rude. So if you need it, that is understandable. However, we are in.
We're currently hot. We're getting chased right now.
Calm down now. My associates are a little worried about our current predicament. I mean, it's nothing that we could not handle if you don't need us to. But they would prefer it if we met earlier rather than later.
You hear another whip crack in the background. I believe we can arrange a meet in 3 hours, and she gives you a location.
All right. Now
Can
I
we
understand.
try for sooner than that?
I understand if you're tied up.
I'm not the one that's being tied.
Oh, you know me. I can't resist a good turn of a phrase.
You naughty boy.
Oh, we'll have to talk about my punishment later, miss.
Anytime.
No, not you.
I've got a room at Dante's reserved.
Oh,
just
I
my.
feel like
Come
this is
down.
a composure roll.
But anyway, now I understand that you have pressing matters and I have pressing matters, and we'd love to be pressing matter later. But is there any way that it could be a little bit earlier than 3 hours? I don't want to rush you, of course, but it would be better for us.
To provide adequate transportation and handoff with my employers, I think we could make it a little quicker. I believe if I whip them into shape, so to say, we could be ready in an hour and a half.
That sounds very good to me. Whereabouts would you like to meet?
The address she sent you is a warehouse in one of the more rundown areas of downtown. Not like really rundown, but more like a B grade zone.
Oh, I see. I think we could manage that. Is there anything else that you would like us to bring? Other than our party favors?
No, I believe that. I believe that should be adequate.
There you are using that word again. I do ever so much hate that word.
Well, maybe sometime we could get around and seeing who's exceptional and who's merely adequate.
Oh, I would love to have whatever little test that is, but we are on the clock, and I do not like to mix business with pleasure too often.
If that's all, you hear another whip crack in the background.
Yes, ma'am. You just have yourself a wonderful little time over there.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoy my work. And with that, she cuts the call.
Now, gentlemen, there's been a little bit change of course. I do apologize. We were going to take the scenic route, and what was the time? What was the new adjusted time?
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, so we're going to have to cut a few of the sides out. I do hope that's all right.
About this time, you reach Touristville, and the cars behind you stop, going at breakneck speed, and they fall more into like a they're following you pattern.
Okay.
And at this time, the little Asian man kind of looks up from covering his eyes and trying to get free of Suede and says, "You take me away from Yakuza?"
Listen, let's not mix words here. We've taken you out of that little situation here. We're getting you set up in a nice new little location. You just need to lay down and be a little quiet for now. Is that all right? Take a little nap.
Oh, I can do. You let us go? He points to his daughter.
Like I said, everything's being taken care of. Now just be quiet. You don't want to wake her, so just go back to sleep. Do you need a little aid? And he'll kind of lift a little bottle to show a little display of bottles.
If you want formula, I give you notes. You let us go. I give you notes.
Oh, listen,
I
listen.
give you everything.
No, we would hate to do that. You just you shush your little head, all right? Okay, now just go back to sleep and everything will be just fine.
He kind of
when
cradles his
Vex
daughter.
when Vex does that, Suede's gonna rack his shotgun and keep muttering to himself.
He just kind of cradles his daughter in the corner, saying, "Everything's gonna be okay, honey. It'll be all right."
Okay,
I like
so-
working. I like working with Vex. It's a very good cop bad cop routine.